Hey guys, Aussie Tricky here with you, and before us we have the 1350 Kronos 1 from Star Trek 6 The Undiscovered Country. So I finally got the light kit for it a couple days ago. As I mentioned, I was planning on doing a full build log on this since Boyd over at TrekWorks is no longer here to do it. I know that if he was still here, at some point he would have done one, but unfortunately he's not here to do it now, so I kind of feel that maybe I'll do the build on camera for him. So as I said, I've got the kit, I've got aftermarket parts, and I've finally got the light kit. So I wasn't gonna go basically through the kit itself, but I'll just have a look at the box. So it comes how it was in Star Trek 6. All the ornament brass pieces that we see on it in this particular kit is all decals, and polar lights have the photo etch kit to do it, which looks way more realistic, which is made by Paragraphics. I was having a look at it and it's a little bit harder to get sent over from the US, being expensive that way, so I hadn't got around to get it. But doing some research, I found in Australia the green strawberry version. So that's what we're gonna first look at. So I've got the green strawberry kit for the Kronos 1 here. This is the full kit. You can buy the individual ones. There's 6 small kits in here to do the Kronos 1 with the ornate photo etch like the Paragraphics ones in here, but it's also got some extra kits to do missing details or added details. So in this kit it comes with the shuttle bay for the Katinga, which can be used on this and the 1350 Katinga. The hydrogen ram intake, I'm guessing, is probably these corners on the edge here, which has got high detail. It's also got the main bridge, so you can lift off the top of the bridge and look inside and see the bridge inside. We've got grills and impulse engine replacement parts, as I said, the photo etch ornament parts, and there's some other exterior parts and engines in the kit. So I'm finding this in Australia that gave the extra bits and pieces. I actually think this kit's better because of the extra parts that we got. So just having a quick look at some of what comes in it, so these are the pieces for the bridge, which is quite a few pieces by the looks of it. So here we have the main bridge itself. I'm guessing, I can't remember if we saw the bridge of this in the movie, but it's probably the same bridges that we saw at the beginning of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. That's the new top piece. I don't know how different that is to what's in the kit supplied. So when building this, we wouldn't glue this down, we'll make it movable so we can see inside. Looks like we've got some more stations for inside the bridge. The rest of the upward part, and I'm not exactly sure of everything that we've got here. Oh, that's the view screen, and some other bits and pieces. I'll get the instructions out once we get that far into it. So I'm undecided about the bridge or not. Got the bridge for my motion picture version, which I'm still lighting up, but where I'll put it, you'll never see it. So this is the impulse engines pieces, which gives us a whole new back piece, our red grills, photo torpedo launchers for lighting, as well as the outer pieces for the engines, and the tube I think is for the rear torpedo, not the one at the front. So that should sit behind the opening here. So hopefully those clear pieces for the photon torpedo launchers will be easy to light up with the light kit. So that's some missing detail and extra detail for underneath. That's underneath the main body, and that's on top of the extension neck. Okay, and those are the exterior and engines, and what's the other one? The hydrogen ram intake pieces, I'm guessing. So they'll be at the front on the corners, and these pieces are replacements for the back, which has a lot more detail by the looks of it than what comes in the kit. And then we have our shuttle bay, which I'm not going to use whatsoever. And we've got the little bee, I can't remember the full name for Star Trek the Motion Picture, that we see moving around the ship when it's in dry dock. Right, and then finally our photo etch for the decorative parts, which is quite a few of them. So there's instructions for each individual kit. So that'll be our instructions for the impulse engines and the back piece, which comes out fairly well, step by step. It's easier to understand, especially compared to those stupid AMT instructions for the trucks that aren't clear. At least these are a lot clearer. So this will be for the hydrogen ram intakes, okay, which is pretty well straightforward. More photo etch for the impulse, not in the impulse engines, the warp engines, where we get the orange glow and other details are there for the LEDs for the photon torpedoes. Well, that's going to help. And a few other bits and pieces. Then we've got more photo etch for the bulb, as well as, it looks like some of it's for the bridge as well. Yep, and there should be some film in there to light up with images on the view screen, unless they're just decals. And our last one, more photo etch, would be for the shuttle bay. So that in Australia I think was about $376 Australian, which I guess would be about $200 US. So an extra $100 compared to the Polar Lights one. I thought this was actually better value for money, and you got all these extra parts for detailing. So as I said, I'm not going to use the shuttle bay. I'm undecided still about the bridge, but definitely all the other bits and pieces. So I guess people can comment down below about the bridge, but as I said, I don't want to put the shuttle bay in it whatsoever. That doesn't really interest me because we never saw it in any of the movies. So lastly, we have the light kit, which is again something Boyd would have used. I'm guessing he would have got the photo etch for the polar lights from Paragraphics, unless he would have used the decals. The decals just don't look right. They're too flat. You could see in the studio model photos the brass parts that they put all over the ship. Right, let's just do it the easy way. So I haven't opened this, I haven't looked at it. I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the Katinga with the addition of the warp engines. Right, so what do we get in the pack? Instructions, a power supply, which for me will go straight in the bin since we're not on 120 and we have different connections. That should be the speaker for the sound effects. Switches, ribbon wires, heat shrink, LED strip, and it should have all the single LEDs in there too for everything. And then this will be the board that runs it all. Right, which is already pre-wired, and then we connect up our lighting system to components to it. Alright, so then our instructions, which gives us what's included, equipment you'll need, and everything that was for. Some basic electronic diagrams to understand, and then we get the diagram of the circuit board with all the connectors on there, the colour of the wires. Alright, and then it's on to what are we doing, the first connector, which will be the interior, what lighting by the looks of it. The red will be, what would the red be for on this? Maybe the bridge, which I might have to change. We got the green LED strip for the engines, or the red strip might be for the, get it into view. I think the red strip's for here, in front of the shuttle bay. Yeah. So that'll be our interior. Then we've got the diagram for the flashing lights, navigation lights, front torpedo, which is on a separate connector, strobe lights. And then it's the sound effects for the speaker to be connected. And then the instructions for optional strobes, navigation, front torpedo, rear torpedo, impulse engines, static lights, which will be the formation lights. I'm guessing that stay on. And it starts showing where lighting goes into the warp nacelles. And then it's the positions of all the other lighting for, I'm guessing some of it will be exterior lighting, navigation lighting, impulse, and how to do our interior lighting for, that's the shuttle bay deck, and then the bulb, torpedo circuits, front, as well as the impulse engine. I think the impulse engines should be fading up and down on this as it does on the Katinga, and then it's our warranty. So yeah, that's the light kit. I think Starling Technology have one as well. I've briefly looked at it, but Turner controls I've dealt with more, so I haven't built any of the Starling technology ones, but I do want to get their light kit for the original series bridge kit. I've still got that to build. I've got to get some more of the aftermarket screens to be lit up from Paragraphics, and then the light kit which comes with sound effects as heard in the series, and the lights on the consoles also flash on and off as they do in the series, and just instead of just having everything lit up, make it more realistic. So yeah, that's a look at the kit. As I said, since Boyd's no longer with us, I plan to do the build on camera for him. So that will be it for this video. As I said, this will be just an intro of what I've got. Now that I've got everything, I've been hanging out to build this for a long time. I've actually been wanting to build it before 2014, so over 10 years I've been wanting to build this. I was going to build it in the 1532 or whatever it is scale with the other one of the Enterprise, but now that it's released in this scale 1350, which is so much better, so much more detailed, it'll look so much better. So that's going to be it for this video. Any questions and comments, leave them down below. As I said, I'm a bit unsure about whether I'm going to put the bridge in or not. I haven't decided, but if enough people want to see it put in, I'll do that. But as I said, I don't want the shuttle bayonet. That doesn't interest me. So yeah, any questions, comments, leave them down below. While you're down there, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and thanks for watching.